So William, hey, what's up? Welcome back to another spoiler cast. We haven't done one in like 12 months or something, so we're doing another one now.
That's a complete fucking lie. Don't
Okay,
lie to
you're
the
right.
goddamn audience. They'll hang
Okay,
you by your ankles, man.
Oh no, William, no. I'll just get taken over by a bed of leaves in the forest.
Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, so we should probably explain what spoiler cast this is for in case people can't read the title.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, this is a spoiler cast for The Foreigner, the new Jackie Chan movie with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
It was a good
Holy
movie.
shit!
It was a good movie.
I think this is probably one of his best film he's done in recent year. Cause what was the last good film he done like the last few years?
I mean, didn't he do like New Police Story or something like that?
Oh yeah, but I don't think that got a U.S. release.
Oh, no, in
or
the U.S. It's been a while actually.
I think that got like a limited U.S. Like I'm talking about like a major
U.S. release.
So like I was saying, I can't think of like the last few movies he did was like he did the movie with Adrian Brody. He did the Bollywood movie recently, if I can remember. But I don't think he's done.
He did a Bollywood movie? Hold on, what?
Yeah, he did that was the thing he did. I think he did like last year. I think he did like a few either last year or 2 years ago. So it was really weird. Like I was like, oh, like that was a thing he did. Yeah, no, that was a real thing. So anyway, so let's actually talk about The Foreigner now. Since we haven't talked about it. Oh wait, he was in Lego Ninjago. There you go, a real Jackie.
Ninjago, holy crap!
Apparently he played the master in Lego Ninjago. And okay, he was in Kung Fu Panda.
I mean, 3, yeah, that's.
But those don't count.
Like
those don't count.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, and he wasn't like the main star. Like I'm looking at his filmography, like at his last few years, like yeah, like most of them were just like movies that didn't get released in U.S. Like most of them were like Chinese released movies.
Yeah, I'm seeing like only. Like it says here, Railroad Tigers, Kung Fu Yoga, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature.
what the fuck is Kung Fu Yoga?
I don't know. The Lego Ninjago movie, and then The Foreigner comes up. And then it seems they're gonna do Karate Kid 2, Shanghai Dawn, Rush Hour. Well, it's rumored Rush Hour 4.
Wait, they've been trying to do Karate Kid 2 since the first Karate Kid. That thing came out like 12 years ago.
Yeah, I mean it's just gonna be another the remake of the second one. I'm assuming anyway.
No, they should just remake the. They should do a remake of the Karate Kid remake.
A remake of the Karate Kid remake.
Yeah, that's right.
How much more meta are they gonna get with that movie?
I don't know. I don't know. So let's talk about The Foreigner for real now. Since we spent the last 5 minutes not talking about The Foreigner. Right. I like the movie.
It's a good movie, but if you've seen the first trailer, and I've only saw the first trailer of it, it's misleading, you know. Because it makes it seem like it's a Jackie Chan centered film when it really isn't.
Yeah, when the way they portrayed the trailer, it looked like Jackie was just literally just going against Pierce.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be like some kind of political. I mean, I kind of expected some politics, but like a political chess match between, you know, Jackie and Pierce Brosnan, but it's more in a more action-y setting, you know. It's like I expected an action movie with some political drama like sprinkled over it, but it's actually in the reverse. Yeah, there was a lot of turns this movie definitely did.
like
I'll just say it here, like in the opening of the movie, we start with Jackie Chan. He's picking his character's name is Quan, right?
Yeah, Quan, Nyok Min Quan.
Yeah, so I'll just keep it Quan because that's how.
But everyone just call him Quan.
Yeah, and so like I believe, no, they haven't showed that yet. But like, he's in a car. He's gonna go pick up his daughter, right? And then his daughter's like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend. We're gonna go get a dress, and we're gonna go to the store and get like pick up the dress and everything." And so Jackie's there. He's about to park into a lane. This asshole like moves up ahead and tries to steal the spot and does a car crash. Fuck him, by the way.
Hey, don't worry. I hope that guy dies.
Well then, aren't you in for a surprise?
Oh boy.
But anyway, important. There's another important note. But as the daughter goes into the store, there's this biker guy who drops his keys, right? And he's the camera focuses on him for it, but he picks up the keys and he goes into the same store, or I believe not the same store, but the store next to it, which I believe was a bank. And so, afterwards, the biker leaves. You know, car crash, and then, wonder of wonders, the bank blows up and casualties are had. Right, and so you know, Jackie Chan goes in. And he goes into the store, and then
he mauls his daughter.
Yeah, and then it cuts.
Mauls his daughter.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It cuts, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hard to remember at the beginning of the movie there.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a. It did a. It wasn't a hard cut. It did like a weird cut. If I remember correctly.
I mean, it went to the politicals. No, yeah, it did, because the thing is, it went to the next cut where a call is made.
It was the.
Anyway,
with the dude.
Yeah, where a call is made, and the guy's like, "Oh man, there was a bombing," you know, and the demands are made of the terrorists, and then you know everyone's aware of the bombing. And so you know from the opening scene, you kind of assume, oh, Jackie Chan is going to be the main character of this. That's wrong. So afterwards, everyone's kind of trying to find out who the terrorists are, because they announce themselves as the authentic IRA.
IRA.
Right. So there's this whole thing. I'm not sure if they showed this in the trailer, but the main setting is actually in Britain and like some place in Ireland, to my understanding.
Yeah. What is it? The trailer just showed.
It just kind of shows the action, right?
The forest.
Yeah, the forest, right?
Yeah, like if I remember correctly from the trailer, all it did was it mainly showed the forest, and it showed from the trailer, if I remember correctly, it showed the bomb going off, him in the forest, and then the house fight scene at the end. Like those were the only 3 settings they show in the trailer.
Yeah, and so let's see. Afterwards, let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. They find out that there's like, oh, is it the actual IRA? Is it just some upstarts, or is it someone new? They're trying to figure all this stuff out, right?
Somewhere copycat IRA.
Yeah. And so, then we get to this point where we're introduced to Pierce Brosnan's character.
He's like a political leader.
He's like a former IRA soldier turned politician.
Yeah.
And what he's been trying to do over the years, from what we understand, is that they're trying to get like a peace accord to come up between the UK and Ireland.
And Ireland, yeah, that's right.
And so, because they needed to know, they needed to clear his name, make sure that nobody in his group were the cause of the bombings.
Yeah, all of his past IRA
his IRA affiliates and himself. And so, you know, they're like, okay, we need to make sure it was none of us. And so we go search all of our I guess weapon caches that they still have.
Oh, they're super secret weapon cache, by the way. Super secret.
Right. And so, yes, super secret. And afterwards, then we get a cut to basically. Then we get to a cut to, I believe it was the same guy, Ian Shaw or Wood or something like that.
Ian Wood,
right? He's basically this journalist. He's on the scene of the terrorist bombing. God, it was the saddest fucking scene.
Boy, that was
really fucking sad.
Yeah. He took because he was taking like he was taking the aftermath. And boy, were those William, if you could legitimately take the photos he took and probably send them to an actual magazine saying, yeah, these are real. This was a real event. They'll probably believe it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was a pretty gruesome scene and shit. But then you know, he's taking pictures and shit. Then he takes his picture, like he's preparing to take another picture. But then you see Jackie Chan, like Quan, you know, Jackie Chan's character. Yeah. And with like he's just holding his daughter. And it's the saddest fucking thing. Like, I swear to God, everyone almost cried.
Boy, that was a tough scene.
Because it's like, you just see him, and he just looks so broken. And it's just so...
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, are these tears? Jackie Chan's making me cry?
I was like, man, Jackie Chan's been through so much. He doesn't need to go through this now.
Jesus Christ, man. You just look sad because of how old he is in that. He just looks so old and worn, and it's just like.
How old is Jackie Chan now? He's 60 now. He's
no,
well in his 60 now, right?
I'm on his IMDb right now. He was born in. He was born in 54, so.
63. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
oh man,
he's kind of old.
Yeah.
He's not that old yet, but he's kind of old.
Yeah.
He's wearing on an age.
Yeah. It's catching up to him.
Yeah. But God, it was so fucking depressing.
Yeah. So then they finally cut, and then they cut to him in his daughter's room, I believe.
Yeah,
that was the next scene.
I believe so, or I may have switched scenes. It would have been they find out about the terrorist, they go back to Jackie, then they go to Pierce Brosnan. It's
cause after we see Jackie Chan for like the first 3 minutes with him and his daughter, we don't see him for like a few good minutes because we focus on these other characters because we have to introduce Pierce Brosnan character, and then we have to introduce because as we see him making the call to the UK defense minister, I guess, I don't know, someone from the UK.
It's just a politician, from my understanding. Hold on, I'm going on IMDb just to make sure.
Yeah, cause we don't see Jackie Chan for a while.
Yeah, we don't see him for a bit, and then afterwards we see him, basically in his daughter's room mourning.
Yeah, which make it more sad.
Yeah,
which made it more super sad.
I know, it was really fucking
sad. And then
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like at this point, we're just sympathizing with him at this point.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I can't believe they're doing this to Jackie Chan. He doesn't need this.
Right. Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
boy.
Pierce Brosnan's character, just to state, was Liam Hennessy.
Hennessy, Jesus Christ. That's quite a name too. I
just want to say, Pierce Brosnan did actually pretty well in this movie.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fucking good.
He
had the accent and everything. It was actually pretty fucking good.
Wait, so I want to let you know, I don't know the difference between an Irish accent and a Scottish accent.
Oh wow! I wonder how many Scots would have words with you.
Wait, look! It's all near Greenland as far as if I remember correctly. Greenland's the green country, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's why they didn't even Greenland, to let people know it's the green country.
Anyway,
okay. So anyway, so after we get Jackie Chan morning, he gets visited by two, I guess.
No, yeah, he gets visited by two agents who were two officers who were basically at the scene, basically saying, "Oh, was this your daughter's and shit." And then we get the whole Jackie Chan being sad, and it's like, oh man, he's like, "Can you get the killers? Will you get them?" It's like, "Yeah, but it'll take time. Just trust us." And then it's like, it's all depressing and shit.
Yeah. Basically, we get the police talk about, hey, we're the police. We're gonna handle this. Don't you worry. Let us do our police job. And then we cut to then we cut to the police people again, looking at clues, and then we cut to Jackie Chan again.
Yeah, because
who's in the hall.
Because he from what I remember, I had to start saying the character's name, but Quan. Right?
Yeah, Quan.
He's back at the he's visiting their headquarters, basically where they're looking for clues and everything on the terrace and everything. And he's been there for some time. He's been there, at least from what I understand, 5 times before. And he said that he's late. And so he goes up and he talks with the commander. I don't remember.
Browning, I believe that was
it.
Yeah, Brown.
I'll take your word on that, but it's like Commander Browning. And he's basically asking for the names of the terrorists, but he says we don't know, we're still looking. And then he actually even Quan even was offering all this money that he had because he was so desperate to just find the criminals, right?
Yeah.
But he said that he couldn't take it, and it would take time. And then he takes the money, and then Quan leaves.
Quan takes the money. The commander Brown did not take the money. He's a good cop.
He's the good cop.
He's the good cop. He did not take the money, William. Let's set that fact straight.
Okay, he is the good boy.
Yeah, he is the good boy.
Boy. Okay,
so yeah. So then after that we cut back to Quan at his house, who's just looking at newspaper clipping and clues, and then he sees
I believe he was giving those clippings from.
He was giving
right?
Yeah.
And
then he's back.
and then he's doing.
And then he's back as out.
Yeah.
And he's back as. Then he's looking over it, and then we get the TV special.
Yeah, and this is how he finds out about Hennessy, because he was a former IRA, and then he's on the news, and everyone's like, "Oh, are you sure?" It's like Hennessy's basically denouncing the actions of the terrorists and saying he were not affiliated at all. Yeah. And then this is what leads to him basically contacting Hennessy.
Yeah, and then he contacts Hennessy over the course of a week or something, I guess, according to, if I remember that's what his secretary said, yeah,
he calls constantly, from what I remember she said.
Yeah, and then Hennessy is like, we don't know anything, blah blah blah, we don't know anything.
Yeah, and then he basically Quan accuses Hennessy of basically okay, you're lying, just tell me the names. And like, it's not us. We don't know. There you go.
And then that's when Quan basically reached the point where he has enough, because he's been where he reached the point where he has enough. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna take matters. No, hold on. No, he visits Hennessy's first.
Yeah, he visits Hennessy. And he had all this basically assumed groceries, superfluous stuff.
Oh, hold on, no. Before that, that's when he given up. So he was like, okay, I'm taking matters from my. So then we pretty much see him going to like Home Depot and buying everything, buying. Well, apparently, in order for you to make a explosive device, just go to your Home Depot.
Yeah, exactly.
Home Depot supporting explosives since Home Depot opened.
Since they opened, yeah, exactly. That's how it works. That's why they're there in the first place, to help you with your homemade explosives.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's why it's called Depot, cause we depot home.
Oh, my head hurts. But anyway.
Yeah, so
it's really interesting though. It's like, what was it that he used? Because I know he had some string, a match, and a cigarette, right? But then he had those two
bottles.
Yeah, 2 bottles of what, lemonade?
No, I think it was rice wine or something. It had to be some type of alcohol, right? Because that's how it works, right? You have to wait. How do you make a Molotov cocktail?
I mean, from what I remember, I think it's a simple procedure of actually having like an alcohol bottle, then you put in like a rag, right?
Yeah,
and then you light it on fire, then you throw it.
Yeah. Well, we played The Last of Us. We know how to make
exactly.
Molotov
We know how to do that.
Yeah, so basically, that's what I assume it was. Because I'm pretty sure at that point there had to be something like some type of alcohol beverage, some type, something like that. Yeah. So then he blows up the. Yeah. So then he leaves a warning by blowing up their bathroom. So nobody can use the bathroom at that place now, and so now they have to go across the street to use the bathroom. Because at this point they haven't explained anything about Jackie Chan's. I mean, about Quan character or anything. We just know that he's an old man that lost his daughter.
And he knows how to make a bomb apparently.
Yeah. That by going to Home Depot, the place for buying all your bomb making needs.
But
that's their new slogan.
And then afterwards, it should also be noted that before he actually went to do the whole thing, Quan had decided to basically burn everything that was of his family, right?
Yeah, he burned a portrait of his.
Yeah, he burned a portrait of his wife and $2 before. Before he actually made it to the UK or America or whatever.
Yeah, because well, no, it wasn't his $2 from before that he lost.
Yeah.
Because he had 2 other dollars that he lost. Well, that they didn't explain how yet at that point. Yeah. We just know that he lost 2 other dollars.
No, they did explain it because at the two agents were like, do you have any other family? It's like, oh, he explains to them that his $2 were dead, and they were wondering what happened to his wife, and that she died giving birth to basically his daughter who died in the terrorist bombing. And it's all sad.
They haven't explained how his other 2 daughters died. Yeah.
Not yet anyway.
No, not yet. That's in the future. We learn about that in the future. Later in the movie. So basically he
basically gets rid of all reminders and belongings of his previous family.
Wait, would you say he let go of his earthly tenders?
Tenders? Tenders? You mean tethers? Tethers, hello? He ain't about to go flying because of some earthly tenders.
the same thing.
If anything, some earthly intelligence will keep him on the ground. Hello, that's a food.
I don't know. It could be the same thing.
Okay.
Well, I tried to look up Earthling and I got early theater for some reason.
Anyway, he basically.
Oh, tenders. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
Is that tenders? Okay.
Let's
okay,
get through this. Let's get through this. Okay. He burns
Christ.
him. He leaves this will to basically this other woman that he leaves the restaurant because he owns a restaurant, it seems.
Apparently,
to basically someone who he's worked with.
Yeah.
And so, she's all like, "Oh, don't do this," and then Jackie, he goes, he prepares everything.
Yeah, he does the Walter. He pretty much becomes Walter White.
Yeah,
at this point.
becomes Walter White, and then basically she's saying, "Don't go." It's like, "When are you coming back?" And he doesn't say anything. It's just all really depressing and shit. And then
he doesn't say anything for like a good chunk. Like during that whole sequence when he's getting ready, he does not say a single thing.
I know, but it's really impressive because it's like you can basically get what he feels through that whole thing.
Yeah, he's pretty much like you can see his emotion from being portrayed on his face.
Yeah. And so it was actually very impressive. It's not something I see from Jackie Chan every day. And so it's like he drives off and then he basically books a room at this, I guess, breakfast in bed or something. It doesn't look like a hotel or anything. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's
like an apartment,
breakfast.
I think, actually, now that I think on it.
It's I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a bread and breakfast because we saw other people there at some point. But for sake, it's a bread and breakfast.
Yeah, there was that little dining room. Anyway.
Yeah.
So afterwards, let's see, we were.
So he sets up the bomb. He says, "What are the names?" And Hennessy says, "I'm not. I don't know." And then he orders 4 of his men to find him, and they find him at the bread and breakfast.
As he was making bombs too.
No, this was before
he was making other bombs. Remember?
Oh, he's making more bombs.
No, I mean he had like. He was making because
they said he made 4 bombs.
No, yeah, but remember they showed us like the quick scene of Jackie like making some bombs. Remember when
that's what I said. That's what I assumed because they show him making the bombs and then they came in, so he already made the bombs by that point.
Yeah, and
because they said that he
hid them somewhere from my understanding.
Yeah, he literally threw them under the bed.
Right.
Which is funny as fuck.
I should also remember he also placed a bomb in his car.
No, he didn't place a bomb in the car.
Remember the little mini bomb in the car that was stuck in with the where the gasoline tank would be?
Oh no! Oh, you mean with the other guy? Oh, when it's one of Hennessy's guy's car. Yeah. He didn't stuck a he basically okay. I remember what happened now. So
he basically planned something that way ignite and basically blow.
But he didn't plant it fully. He basically showed them that if he wanted to, he could have planted so that it would have legitimately gone off. He basically planted another warning.
Right.
Because the bomb in the bathroom.
And then that's when he sent the.
Because the bomb in the.
Then he sent the 4 guys.
Yeah, that's when he sent. Then he sent the 4 guys to go find him and at the bread and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, like once they were there, it was a pretty intense fight scene. That's when we start getting. When we start getting some action in.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah, I was like, I think we were pretty much like half, like not half, but we were like 30 minutes into the movie.
We were 30 minutes by then, and then.
Yeah, before we saw that fight scene, I was like, oh man, I was like, wow, I was like. Wait a minute, at that point, I completely forgot this was supposed to be a Jackie Chan action movie into that fight scene. I legitimately thought it was at that point, I kept thinking it was a political thriller.
Yeah, I mean, it very much was. I mean, this movie is a political thriller.
Yeah, but no, like, I legitimately thought it was just, like, a legit political thriller with no action. Like, up until that moment, I completely forgot about it. It was supposed to be also an action movie with Jackie Chan doing action. Jackie Chan doing action stunt.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action in there either. A lot of politicking, but like not a lot of action.
Yeah, it was like they put too many world build. There was a lot of world building.
Not really world building, but more like setting the scene of why everything was happening as it was.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so.
Yeah, what?
Let's see. After the whole fight, I mean, God, they like, oh my God, they made the landlady look like such a bitch.
Oh yeah, she betrayed Jackie Chan. Well, what a.
I know, but that was the thing. Like I
hope she dies in a bomb explosion
Jesus
next.
Christ. But like seriously, like they like like you can understand like he's up there and everything, but you know he's like it's understandable. But then they have this one shot where she's just watching them fight, and it's like, and then at that moment, because the way they make her look, he's like, you think, bitch. It was really weird that they made me think that because of what because she's just watching this happening. It's like she's just looking at it like, fuck you, Jackie Chan. It's like, fuck you, lady. But anyway,
don't worry. We never see it. We never see it for the rest of the movie. So as far as I'm concerned, she died of a heart attack at that point.
Jesus Christ.
After that scene.
Oh my god. Anyway, they gave him the slip. Hennessy's all like, man, what the hell are you doing, man? Just an old man. And it's like,
these people suck.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, we're looking for him. Also, what was?
We're doing our best. Just like your Fire Emblem Heroes, we're doing our best.
And then so I believe they decide. Also, it should be noted that Hennessy is cheating on his wife.
Oh yeah, at some point we see him.
Yeah, we see him cheating on his wife with basically you'll know that he's cheating. This is important because it's actually a plot point.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like they made all these subplot important to the main plot.
Yeah, I mean it's actually pretty interesting how they did it too, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Apparently there's another movie released in 2003, also called The Foreigner, starring Steven Seagal.
Oh my god. Okay, look, let's just get through this movie plot, and then we can talk about all the interesting stuff of the movie. Okay.
Okay.
Because,
so basically we see him cheating on his wife with a woman. With a woman.
And this is when he's finding out about the bond. Just a plot point that we forgot to mention. And so
there was that plot.
So let's fast forward to back where we are now.
So basically they give him the slip. He calls his nephew in New York at this point to come to talk to Detective Commander Browning about devising a plan to figure out who's gonna how they're gonna catch the bomber in the next time they strike.
Yeah. And the idea is that basically among all the IRA they have a code word, and so basically it's
because Pierce Brosnan is the leader of the group, so he was like I'm gonna give them all a different code word as the trigger word, so that way when the next bomb goes off and they use the specific trigger words, I'll know who do it.
Now it should also be specified that in the first bombing, when the terrorist was calling the office to basically make their demands, they basically said, "We're the authentic IRA." This was the code word, right? Yeah. And so that's how we know why this plan is in action. And so again, just to recap, the plan is terrorists do a bombing, they'll release the code word, and then because when they say this code word, we'll know who did it because each member of the IRA of the leaders have a different code word.
Yeah, so we can find out who was the mole, who was the inside person.
Who was basically supporting this upstart and who was basically causing all these bombings.
Yeah. So then after that, then at this point, Hennessy gets super concerned by the fact that that an old Chinaman. By the way, William, racism is a real thing in this movie. By the way,
everyone, like the Irish are like fucking Chinamen. I'm like, what the hell?
Apparently Irish are very racist people. Apparently,
yeah. I mean,
as this movie has showed me, is to never trust the Irish.
But Jesus, it's just everyone is like fucking Chinaman. Like Jesus, man.
I was like, ooh boy, that's a. Boy, is everyone in this movie racist? I was like, damn. I was like, how many racist people are in this movie?
Oh god, that was actually pretty great.
I was like, at this point, would I rather have a terrorist or a racist in my country?
Oh my god. What kind of fucking question is that?
That's a legitimate. William, as a minority, that's a real question. You have to ask yourself.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's get back.
So it's basically at this point, NSC realized, man, Jackie Kwan is a real threat. So basically, he takes his wife, Mary, I believe that's his wife's name.
Her name was Mary, yes.
Yeah, so it's like they take him to the farm to his super secret, not in public view that can be accessed by an Amazon drone that can be accessed by an Amazon drone to hide out in the forest to let this whole situation with Kwan pass, right? So they get up there. They're like la la di ya do. We're at the farm now doing farmer people stuff. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what people in the farms do.
I mean, they were hiding. Yeah, so I guess farm people just hide.
Okay, I'm afraid that's what all farmers do. They're nothing but cowards.
God. Oh man. Farmers, I do not agree with the words or opinions of my fellow spokesman here. I denounce his actions and that he is a terrorist separate from my group.
Are you the IRA or are you the authentic IRA?
Anyway.
Yeah, okay, so they get to the farm. They're like, all right, we're perfectly safe up in this farm. But apparently Quan's been following this entire time, and so he switched out his truck with a new truck, for more compact, to go into the woods, and then he just hit this truck like and then he did some Metal Gear shit, and he hit the truck in a very good way that no one could find it. Like no one could have saw that was a truck. I mean,
admittedly, I wouldn't have noticed it in first shot too. I mean, because he puts all these branches, like he basically takes all these branches from trees and puts them over the car, so it's all green. It looks like some giant bush. But anyway.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like when they first showed that scene, right? They only showed putting like 2 or 3. I was like, wow, what a shitty way to hire a van, right? But in the next cut, you see like he built like this entire bush, like he blocked this entire structure that legitimately looked like it was part of the environment.
Right.
Like, cause the first shot just made it look really bad. Where he just put like here's a twig, here's a small twig, here's a broken stick, and then in the next cut, he pretty much built a log cabinet out of the branches to hide his truck.
Right. And so okay, let's see. Now after hold on, and then afterwards he it's nighttime now, and then Jackie Chan Quan. Anyway, Quan basically starts sneaking through the farmhouse. And
despite all these security guards that are there.
He's just basically weaving through the guards.
Yeah, he's doing some Metal Gear stuff basically.
Right. I mean, we make it sound like that, but really, he just slips through, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then
these are very bad security guards.
Yeah, and then because they don't have a lot of people in the first place. But anyway, he basically starts planting bombs in this in the stables. There's no it should also be noted whenever he's planting bombs, it's always in a way that this doesn't really kill people or anything.
Yeah, it was just pretty much all he's doing is making a point at this point, cause they're like, oh man, we're gonna be safe at this super cool, super secret farm that an Amazon drone cannot access or find.
Exactly. And so, he plants a bomb, 2 security guards find him, and he knocks him out, he ropes him up, and then he basically keeps him safe, and then the bomb blows up, right?
Yeah, and then pretty much they're like, oh man, he's here now. They're like, oh man, he's here now, we gotta get more guys. So pretty much he's making a statement that, I know where you are at this point.
Yeah, and then, go ahead.
Okay, so then the next scene they cut to was when Hennessy and his wife are in bed, and she's complaining about it. This is your problem, not mine. I'm gonna go to live with our daughter. I guess apparently they have a daughter that we never legitimately see or mention.
No, this was mentioned because if you.
Yeah, well, he mentions the daughter, but we never legitimately see the daughter.
Yeah, she's not really important to the whole plot anyway.
Yeah, but apparently he has a daughter. She was like Quan is going after you, not me. This is not my problem. So I'm just gonna take everyone out, take my stuff, and I'm gonna go live in her uptown apartment downtown or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then she leaves, I guess. Then the next scene, the next day when they're when more men are coming in, right? Quan planted a bomb and he blew up one of the trucks and he injures a few people.
Yeah, because he plants a bomb. He plants a bomb in the road, and the car was apparently driving by, and Quan basically pulls the trigger and it blows. And so quickly, Hennessy's right-hand man basically figures, okay, he needed a line of sight to know when to blow this up, and he's basically saying, oh, if he needed to watch us, it would be in the woods over there. And so he basically
the woods that we never bothered checking or setting up a security perimeter, apparently, even though our job is to make sure you're secure.
Anyway, so they take a small 4-man team, and they drive off into the woods looking for Quan. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And so, man, some of these traps are brutal though.
Boy, he set up a Punji's trap. Jesus Christ.
Like there's like everyone like he sets up a fire, basically attracting 3 of the guys to that fire. And then it gets brutal from here. Like 2 guys go towards the fire, 1 guy's like fanning off, right? And then he trips on a wire and he hits his head on the stick. And then Jackie Chan is
no, it was on a branch, on a branch, on a fallen tree branch. Yeah, pretty much, he falls and knocks himself out like an idiot.
Yeah, right. He knocks himself out, and then Jackie Chan apparently is under a blanket of leaves, and then puts the blanket over the guy, and he just disappears. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that was the scene from the trailer that they showed. Like that was I was like, man, that's a very good trap. Like the fact, like the best thing was the part that when we saw that scene was how the leaves look, like how you could literally not see like the like how obvious like where it was, like you literally could not see the trap. Like it was just like,
because it's like when it moves it's obvious, but when it's just still you're like, shit, I could not see that.
Yeah, like it legitimately blends in. I was like, whoa, wow, that's a very good trap. Yeah, and then one of the other guys gets hit with a Punji spike. Fuck.
Yeah, he finds something, right?
Yeah, he finds. Well, no, he's just walking forward. He's just walking forward, and then he just walks down. He triggers a trap, and then he falls and hits it.
Yeah. No, because he finds. No, remember, because he finds something, because that's how he's.
Oh yeah. He sees.
And then.
Yeah, he sees a decoy backpack.
Yeah, he sees a backpack. He walks towards the backpack, and then his foot goes through a hole, and there are nails, and then his foot just gets hit by the nails. This is...
When those nails might have just been rusted nails, right?
I know.
That should just been rusted nails at that point.
That was just some brutal shit. And then he's just screaming. Yeah. The other guy starts coming in, and then Jackie Chan, and like Quan,
and then he also triggers another trap, which apparently was a crossbow that was fucking wired.
I forgot about the crossbow. Oh my god!
I was like, wow, that crossbow came in the fuck out of nowhere. Jesus Christ! Ooh, boy, that's a super strong crossbow. Boy, I probably no way saw this crossbow coming.
Anyway,
wow.
Jackie Chan, Quan, fucking hell. Anyway.
Yeah,
Quan, basically the guy comes down, he knocks him out, then he goes to the other guy at the nails, right? Pulls a knife to his throat. It's like, give me the names, and then he gets shot because the other guy basically sees him. Basically Hennessy's right hand man at this point.
Yeah. By that guy.
And then he gets shot. There's a bit of a chase. I think he gives him the slip, from my understanding, right?
Yeah. He they get into like a little struggle, and then he knocks Quan down the hill, and then then he. So basically, the Hennessy guy is at the top of the hill. Quan's at the bottom of the hill. When he tries to go down the hill to see Quan, but he couldn't find him. But then apparently, if he just turned his body 45 degrees to the left, he would have seen him. But he just decided to look 90 degrees straight forward instead of turning his. Literally, all he had to do was turn his body 45 degrees.
No. Quan was behind a tree, wasn't he?
Yeah, literally, turn his body 45 degrees from the tree.
Right.
He was literally looking straight. He literally could have just solved this by literally turning 45 degrees.
Anyway, Hennessy's right-hand man leaves, basically, and then he's basically... By this point, I believe the nephew comes back, right?
Yeah, his nephew. Oh yeah, that's right, his nephew.
Yeah, no.
His nephew's
his nephew, after talking to the commander, he's back, right? He's like, okay, nephew, I need your help finding Quan. And he's like, alright, I'll help you. Because he was...
Yeah, he was in UK. He was in UK because Browning's.
What's his nephew's name? Now I'm thinking on it.
Nah. Was it Ian? No, it wasn't Ian. No, that was the name of the reporter. The Wikipedia plays does not show it.
No, hold on.
Let's see.
Was it Dennis?
Liam?
Liam? No, Liam Hennessy is the Pierce Brosnan's character.
Yeah. Quan for first Hennessy. I'm looking literally.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to and everything. We'll just call him nephew at this point. It's too much.
Yeah, literally, they just called nephew throughout this entire movie. No, Sheen.
Sean?
That's
Sean
his name.
or Sheen?
Sheen. I don't know. It's Irish. I don't know how to fuck Irish people
I'm just
pronounce
gonna say
it.
Sean, alright?
Okay. We'll just call him Sean, I guess. Might as well just call him Sean. All right.
Anyway.
Okay. So he's like so basically
he used to work in, I believe, Army Special Forces.
Yeah, yeah. You know, he was in the army.
Yeah, he was in army, and so I believe afterwards. Yeah. Also, it should be mentioned that once. No, he calls him. He calls him. That's what happens. Because also, important plot point. Two things should be mentioned. When Hennessy's wife leaves for the hotel.
She's at the hotel at
yeah,
this
she's
point.
at the hotel. Hennessy had someone watch her just in case, you know.
Secretly.
Yeah, secretly to make sure nobody harms her or anything like that.
Yeah, the guy was hiding behind a newspaper this entire time.
Basically. But it's in the hotel room, basically is Sean and basically Hennessy's wife.
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah,
Mary,
and it turns out they're banging.
Yeah, they're banging.
And it should be
Here's the thing.
Yeah, hold on. I want to get through this real quick. So it should be mentioned that you know, right there about to get it on, right? Hennessy calls basically asking for help to find Quan, and so
who's hiding in the forest.
So Sean's like, okay, I'll do it, right? And then, you know, there's this talk between the wife and Sean, and Sean is basically like, okay, basically we're gonna get the guys. They're gonna say a code word, and then, you know, then we'll know who it is. And then the wife. He
tells the wife. He tells the wife.
Yeah, he tells the wife this, and then there's a bit of a backstory from what the wife shares. Basically, how Hennessy used to be this really brutal soldier guy, and these during the fight, Hennessy's wife's brother died, right? And she basically tells Hennessy, kill the people who killed my brother, and he says no.
Yeah.
And she's basically saying how it's all unfair because her brother is dead, and these four guys are basically off. They're in prison, but they're now like learning for their degrees or whatever.
They're not paying for their crimes, basically. Well, she's super paid.
She's like they're not paying for their graves as I believe they should be. So she's really pissed off, you know. And so she's basically telling Sean, we need a new leader. You could be that new leader. And so then we cut, and then
And then we cut back to Quan, who after he got injured by the gunshot. We get more
backstory. He's under this like hut of wooden branches.
Yeah, he made like a little hut hide and sleep in. And then we just see all these scars on his body.
There's a lot of fucking scars, like shit.
I was like, man, boy, all those scars represent every single movie Jackie Chan's been in.
Jesus Christ.
Mine is.
And so from what the bullet wound is, basically he's gonna make a new scar. It's like this scar is for the foreigner.
This is my foreigner scar right here.
This represents my higher acting.
This represents every movie I've been in.
Oh my.
Yeah. So then during this part, it's probably we finally see the background. We basically finally see learn about what happened to his wife and to his first two daughters.
Yeah, like
his first two daughters. And they're on a boat.
Yeah, like which also like the thing is, remember the newspaper clipping from the beginning when he was burning everything?
Yeah.
It did say that his two daughters died in a pirate raid. If you remember.
Yeah.
And so basically.
No. The newspaper never mentioned. The newspaper just said there was a tragic story.
Oh, was it?
Never said.
Okay. But anyway.
Yeah, because he just said he told them the two detectives that I had two daughters that died. He never explained how. And then we get the newspaper clipping where we see like tragic story with pirates, and that was it. At this point, those were the two things we know about what happened to his previous two daughters. Is that they died, and that there was a tragic, not tragic. There was a evil pirate people.
Yeah,
basically.
It was a pirate raid, and so they were basically kidnapping people and everything.
Yeah. So at that point, that's what we learned. Now we learned. So those were the two. To this point, we learned. Basically, at this point, this is where we actually learn what happens to his daughters.
And then Hennessy basically starts learning. He gets files sent on Quan from basically his contact in the British government, the other senator.
Yeah, I was like to find out what's why can't all these men that I'm paying for to feed a 60-year-old old Asian Chinaman.
Right.
I'm sorry, he's not a Chinese man. It's a Chinaman, as the movie would like to call him.
And so we basically
and
so we basically learned that he was U.S. Special Forces.
Yeah,
and he served in, I believe, Vietnam.
Yeah.
And
no, he was captured. He was captured in he got captured in Vietnam.
Yeah.
He served and he got captured in Vietnam.
Right, and then afterwards,
yeah, and then basically we see a bunch of.
But hold on, but like
we see like.
Yeah, like I should have really mentioned that like during the whole thing we see all his details and everything, but like they start like Jesus Christ, because like it's bad enough that his whole family is killed, but basically from what I understand, from his two daughters, he basically says in this little brief snippet of what basically Kwan's character is saying, he's saying he believed that his daughters were like raped and killed, and it's like this is getting depressing more and more by the second for him.
Yeah.
Because he has like
I was like, man,
a huge tragic backstory. It's like insane.
I was like, man, I was like, boy, this is a lot of stuff Jackie Chan to do. Boy, this is boy.
It was some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I believe afterwards, during that.
And then I think so basically then he gets the file on Quan, and then at some point during this he gets a visit from one of his current IRA person, business partner, I guess. I don't know.
I remember.
Yeah, like basically a guy who was also a former IRA member,
McGrath.
but it's
McGrath. Never mind.
Yeah, this guy.
That guy.
McGruff the crime dog, basically. He basically gets a visit from McGruff the crime dog, who was also a former IRA member, but is now part of the politician spectrum, I guess, with Hennessy as well.
Right.
So yeah, so they talked. He talked about how do you know who did this or whatever, right?
Yeah, and it's basically hinted at this point that McGrath is probably behind the attack.
Yeah. McGrath definitely knows what's going on. Like he super knows what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't fully 100%. He doesn't fully 100% tell them, man.
Yeah.
And at this point, Hennessy's getting super suspicious of it.
And so I believe at this point, what happens?
And then he goes to his studies to continue doing his readings, I guess. His readings. His readings, and then he sees his dog on the ground. Who's like,
yeah,
right.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh boy, I was like, boy, like everyone in the theater literally had the same thought when we saw what happened to the dog, right?
Everyone was like, okay, admittedly, because the thing is, we know Jackie Chan, right? And so basically we see dog on ground, not responding to Hennessy. It's like, oh my god, did he just kill that dog? It was like probably the most tense scene, wow. Because we couldn't believe that Jackie Chan's character could actually do that. And like Jackie Chan comes out the closet, right? And and he has a gun pointed at Hennessy, right? And then Hennessy's like, you killed my dog. And then Kwan's like, I didn't kill your dog, I just put him to sleep, man.
This was the funniest. Jesus Christ! I was like, wow. I was like, god damn.
My god.
Wow, this Quan knows how to break the ice. That's an icebreaker right there. When someone asks you if you killed our dog, just tell them no, I put it to sleep. It's just sleeping.
Oh my god, this is like the funniest shit.
Oh, it's like Jesus. I was like, because literally everyone at this point, I was like, man, boy, I was like, boy, is this Eye of Legends? Are we about to get another Eye of Legends going on right now? and then we just find out, no, the dog's just sleeping. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I know.
We'll be good.
He just basically drugged the dog.
Yeah, I was like, that's funny as fuck. And so then at this point, so after that, so basically Quan was hiding in the closet like Solid Snake. Comes out and says, all right, I want the names again, blah blah blah, and this time he's like, Hennessy is like, okay, I may or may not know the names at this point, because he's like, then he tells about the plans with the
like basically he's waiting for a bombing to happen and waiting for someone to say the code word so he knows who's doing it, because whoever says the code word again is the one behind the bombing. And so but basically Jackie Chan, he just to let you know, he kind of beats him up for a little bit, and he's like, 24 hours, like what if there's not a bombing in 24 hours, and he's like 24 hours, and he leaves, he's gone. I
was like, ooh, boy, I was like, oh boy, I was like, boy, I was like, at this point, I don't know where at this point, Harrison's kind of like, man, I really want that terrorist attack to happen now.
Yeah, I know. It's just what the fuck, man.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, man, that was it. Yeah, they had that intensity. And then the next scene, we get the terrorist attack happen.
Yeah.
With trolley.
It's on a bus. It's basically the buses that you use in London.
It's called a trolley. Learn your correct British
I don't know,
terminology.
man. I'm not British. Hello.
Yeah, you're right. If only Matt or Chloe was in this video to explain to us what British terminology are.
God. And
So anyway, so the at this point the bomb goes off. The bomb goes off, right? And we find out, and then and then the police people.
Yeah, before we get into this, again, because we keep forgetting to mention this because they're minor characters, but they're important but minor, so we kind of forget about them. Earlier there was a journalist, right? Ian Wood, right?
Yeah.
And so he's working on a story in a bar, and so this woman comes up to him, right? And basically orders drinks, flirts with the guy, right?
Yeah, he gets a little info.
Yeah, so we see this. We don't get why this happens, but but then later on, we see basically the same woman get on the back of a motorcycle with this guy, right? And then they drive off towards that bus, right? And then then the bomb explodes. So we know that she's connected to the bombs. Again, this is important. Because later on,
because
what I remember,
because they connect all of these subplots back to the main plot.
Yeah, because
I was like, man,
because from what I remember, Hennessy, like during an earlier scene before they left for the farm, he's with the same woman, right?
Yeah, his mistress at this point. She's a mistress.
Yeah, she's the mistress of Hennessy.
Yeah.
And so, also Jackie Chan took a picture of this. Again, that's kind of important. So he's like,
yeah,
so
he took a picture of him
and the mistress. Send me the names,
Mm-hmm.
And so, fast forward to the bomb exploding. Basically, they demanded names because the authentic IRA, right, basically says, oh, who did this was the authentic IRA, but they didn't give a code word. So they somehow knew, right, that
knew the plan.
They knew what the plan was, and so, he gets a call from the commander, saying your deal you didn't keep your end of the deal. He's like, they must have known somehow, and then you probably tipped him off. Was it McGraw or whatever? And it's like, I don't. He's like, I don't know who it is, right? And then you see the fucking Amazon drone, right?
Yeah.
You see the goddamn Amazon drone flying up in the air, saying, oh, well, we see on phone GPS that McGrath or McGraw, whatever, right, is driving up towards your house with and we're seeing this because of our drone.
For stupid Amazon drone.
Amazon
drone. That probably nobody fucking saw. William, I'll let you know. That was a big.
I mean,
that was a big.
Yeah, sure.
That was a big drone. You have to be retarded not to see that.
Anyway, basically they're saying, okay, basically they're telling Hennessy, okay, Hennessy, you get those names, or we're pulling the plug off you, and you're gonna get such political backlash that you're just like, you're just fucked.
Your career is over.
Yeah,
basically,
your career is over. You're going to jail and everything, right?
Yeah.
So then this is when Hennessy turns out to be a fucking hard ass.
Because the character plot throughout the movie is that oh man, Hennessy, you're not as cool as you used to be.
You're a weakling now. We're smelling the blood. We're gonna fuck you over, right? Yeah. And so basically, Hennessy tells his right hand man, it's like, hey, get all of McGrath's men and help him, and have them help.
Be distracted, basically distracted.
No, because at this point we should also state that.
Hennessy's
nephew, Sean, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's out in the woods looking for Quan. He's telling Hennessy's right hand man to get McGrath's men to go into the woods to help him. Alright, so basically this leaves Hennessy and McGrath alone, and so McGrath, they're in his office, and then McGrath he starts beating on not McGrath. Hennessy starts beating on McGrath, throws away the gun that McGrath has, and tells him to sit down, right? and he's basically saying, it's like who is like it was you. Who was it? Who give me the names of the terrorists that are doing
the
this.
terrorists.
Right.
Of the authentic IRA.
Of the authentic IRA. And then McGrath's like, I ain't telling you shit. Then he just blows his kneecap with the gun.
Did he shoot him? I thought he shot him in the leg.
He shot him in the knee. And he's like, and then he starts screaming out loud. He's like, McGrath's basically saying, "Oh man, fuck you, man." And then I believe he shoots him a second time in his other knee, and then he starts writing the names down.
Yeah, and then at that point, once he actually gives the name,
then McGrath is basically saying like, "Man, you're a coward. You're a weakling now, working for selling me out to the government." And then he's like, "You know what? You want to know how I knew? Because your wife told me." Again, here's the important plot point, because we understand that basically Sean, who is basically screwing Hennessy's wife, basically told Hennessy's wife about the whole code word and everything. And then we basically had McGrath is like, your wife called us about the code word, and because you turned out to be such a pussy about the whole not killing her brother's killers and everything. And it's like she turned to me for revenge.
Yeah.
So basically, we learned the wife is a bitch. And
the wife is now involved in this.
she's involved in the whole plot. McGrath is basically just like a mad raving dog, just doing whatever the fuck. And then we also learn from here that Hennessy did approve of these bombings, but the important point was that they were supposed to be at financial locations that would not kill civilians.
Yeah.
And so, but McGrath basically ignores this and basically does whatever the hell. And so, and then Hennessy connects all the dots at this point. And so, he kills McGrath, and then sends all the names to Sean. So we come back to Sean, right, and then we get this short fight scene with Sean and Quan. And
in the forest.
Yeah, and this is probably one of the more awesome fights, because it's like
well, there was like 3 fights he started.
No, I mean this is the third fight. There's a 4th fight that comes on later. Remember?
Yeah.
And so basically at this point,
they
had this short intense fight, and Quan comes out on top because he almost stabs him with a wooden stick.
Yeah, that was a good. I was like, ooh, boy, that was a.
It was close. It was right there, and like, oh my god, and then.
Basically he could have stabbed him, basically, but he stopped. He
stopped, and he basically ties him up.
Yeah, then just to get some more info, just to get some more info out of him.
Right, and then but they have this short bonding moment over their careers and how they would basically protect their family. And so basically, Sean basically gives him the names, and so basically now, it should also be stated that Hennessy told Sean to basically take care of the whole terrorist problem, no matter what, in what way. And so basically, Sean's idea is basically just send Quan, and then it'll all be good. It'll all be over.
Yeah. So
basically, he's given the names. Quan leaves. Then Sean goes back to Hennessy, and then there's this whole this is kind of intense scene with Hennessy basically saying like, dude, you fucked my wife, and now you're the reason why these terrorists basically got the one up on us. Right? So basically saying, okay, look, all I want you to do is bury McGrath's body, this one other thing, and then go back to New York.
Yeah, we'll find out later.
We'll find out later at the end. And then so basically then we get this whole scene where basically everyone's surrounded the apartment of the bomb makers. Also,
by the way, they were in this movie for like a few bits.
Yeah, they were in there for a few bits. You basically get ideas of like they're making a bomb. Like we don't know what they're gonna do with it yet. And then we
we do know what they're doing with the bomb.
But at this point we do know. But like we don't know what they're gonna do earlier in the movie. And then later on they're basically saying, okay, we got the bomb to work. We're gonna it's a laptop device, like a laptop battery. And then in the later scene, right before the apartment, okay, maybe not right before, but sometime before, we basically see again the girl, the mistress, Hennessy's mistress, with the journalist. So you know they basically bang, and then you know what do you call it?
And then she sets up the bomb.
The journalist is late for an appointment. He goes into the bathroom. He's getting ready, right? He's gonna miss his flight, and then she very quickly switches the laptop battery of the
bomb
battery with the bomb. Yeah. Now the thing is, this bomb is supposed to go on a plane, and this plane is basically gonna have all these senators of the UK government on that one plane.
Yeah.
And he was gonna be on that plane to report on it. And so, that's what's gonna happen. And then we go back to the apartment. And then we have, you know, basically the apartment surrounded by all these snipers and everything. We got SWAT on the upper level of the ceiling of the apartment, and they're basically getting ready to just screw everyone over in that apartment. Basically, they were going to do their job and they were going to do it well. But then Quan comes in. Quan basically goes. He sneaks. But at this point, Quan knows who it is. Because earlier they found out that the terrorist has a burn mark on their hand.
Yeah.
Because the government were reviewing footage of the biker. Because when he went to pick up the keys, they noticed that he had a burn mark on his hand. Abhorrent. So, sort of. Anyway, and so Quan basically disguises himself as a guy who's gonna fix a gas leak. And so he goes into the room. Basically, everyone's really suspicious, and then you know they lead him to the kitchen. Have him open the bag. They take the bag, dump everything out, and then they see the gun, and then this is when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Basically, fucking hell. He fucks everyone over in that fucking apartment.
Yeah, that was a good fight scene.
I know, it was really good because like he takes the gun, he shoots. They stop him from shooting, but he starts beating them up. They start shooting at each other through the walls and the couch and the table and everything. It was amazing. But I don't want to describe it but at this point, everyone gets shot up. You should also know that the mistress was there, and she gets hit too, but she doesn't die. She's collateral damage.
She gets wounded. Yeah, she gets wounded.
Yeah, she gets shot in the shoulder or something. And she's just knocked out for the rest
but
of the
she doesn't die.
And so afterward, then he just basically starts choking the guy with the burn mark, and he kills him and it's done, and then he leaves.
Yeah, like no, the best part of the fight scene was when when he was fighting one of the other random guys. He took the fucking plasma TV and he smashed the shit out of that guy.
I know, he took the TV and just smashed his head in. Like, oh my god.
I was like,
brutal shit.
I was like, whoa, that's how you do a fight scene. You incorporate a plasma TV into a fight scene. William, my expectation for fight scenes are now set to that bar. Like, if your fight scene does not contain you using a plasma TV in any way, it's a terrible fight scene as far as I'm concerned.
but he leaves. He's scot-free at this point, right? He's had his revenge.
Yeah.
He's had his revenge. But then the SWAT team goes in. They basically they start interrogating the girl, basically saying, "Where's the bomb?" But it's like it's kind of like this brutal thing where you're basically like, "Okay, fuck you, terrorist. You get what you deserve, right?"
Yeah.
And so basically they learn it's in the laptop, and then Jesus Christ, the police start rushing in, and it's like Ian Wood. Is there an Ian Wood here, right? And the journalist's like, what the hell is going on? He has headphones on. So for a second, and it's almost 3 o'clock, which is when the bomb is supposed to go off. And you think, oh god, that bomb's gonna go off, right? But then Ian Wood takes off his headphones, he starts asking around, what the fuck is happening? He's like, they're searching for Ian Wood. He's like, I'm Ian Wood. And he's like, hey, I'm Ian Wood. He's like, is that your laptop? He's like, yeah. And then they take the laptop and they start running, telling everyone to get down. They start running, and then they start running towards the only opening that they have.
They're basically to an open area.
The only the only open area that they have is basically where the plane is. Basically, you know that little walkway that connects the building to the... They throw the bomb...
The hallway of
They throw the throw a bomb in the hallway and it blows up. It was like, what the fuck? It was like I kind of felt tense there, and I was like, oh my god, is it gonna blow up or not? Because it was like basically to give you context, it was gonna blow up at 3 o'clock. It was like 2:59 and like 49 seconds in.
Yeah.
It was like they had 10 seconds, and he throws the bomb, and then it blows up. You're like, oh my god, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And
it's funny as fuck. So yeah. So at that point, then we should note that the police, that the SWAT team was pretty much using pretty much non-sanctioned methods of getting the information.
Yeah,
out.
They had like torture with electric cables and shit. And then they were told no loose ends and they killed the girl straight up.
And then they just shot her out. I was like, okay, there you go. They got terrorists. I wonder what's gonna happen down to her. Oh, they just shot her. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I guess that's one way to solve your terrorist problem. Just shoot the terrorists.
Yeah, there you go.
Who would have thought it? There you go. Well, that's the secret to solving terrorism. Just shoot the terrorists.
Shoot them up, yeah.
There you go. It's that easy. I don't know why this is such a big deal. But the answer is to clearly just shoot the terrorists.
Oh man. But like.
And I mean, first we send in a 60-year-old Chinaman to beat the shit out, and then we shoot them, and then we clean the credits.
Yeah. No, not yet. We're not done yet. But like at this point, we get this one final scene between Quan and Hennessy.
Yo.
And basically, Quan is like, you knew, you lied to me. You see this photo? Send it. Okay, it's basically a photo of him with the mistress, and be like, with
the terrorist chick.
Yeah, and he's basically telling him, send this photo, and everyone will know that you were affiliated with them.
Involved.
This is basically Quan's final revenge.
Yeah,
and so he does send it, and then Quan leaves, and then basically at this point Hennessy's kind of screwed over.
Yeah, at this point it's yeah.
And so let's see. Also we also see what Sean's final task was. Basically, he goes to Sean, not Sean, Hennessy's wife, and basically just kills her, and then he leaves for New York. So basically, everyone dies, basically in one way or another. And then basically only Quan is basically left with a happy ending, kind of happy ending. It's still kind of sad because he goes back to the restaurant, and it turns out that the woman that he works with is basically like this love interest. Right, like there's something between these two, and then basically it just stops and it ends, and credits roll.
Yeah.
So I mean that was the movie.
yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
I mean it was better than I guess I expected. I mean I expected it to be good on some level, but I didn't expect it to be this good.
Yeah, I mean I was like this is probably my favorite Jackie Chan movies so far in the last few years. That which he released.
Yeah. Also, the music is kind of interesting.
Yeah, was like I liked 50% of the music.
Yeah, I mean it was a lot of synth. Like 80s.
Like I hate the part where it just do the beat. It was like da 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 da. Where the fuck? You know what I was talking about, right? Like it was like this thing that it was like this 5-beat loop that they kept repeating.
Yes, they basically kept it on a kind of repeat, so you hear it throughout the track. You hear it throughout the movie. So basically, it's like this doesn't stand out. It's kind of dumb, but then but that helps make some of the other moments in the music do stand out. Like during the whole, like in the beginning, particularly.
Yeah. But they kept reusing it. Oh wait, here's a fun fact. Guess what the last movie that the person who directed The Foreigner did? Take a guess.
Look, I'm gonna look up on IMDb, man. That's what I'm gonna.
It's a great superhero movie. It starred Ryan Reynolds. Wait, that's his name, right? Ryan Reynolds.
Green Lantern?
Yep, that was his last
Really?
movie he directed. Yep, that was the last movie he directed.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
I'm genuinely surprised.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
That's right. Yeah, I pray after you make the box office masterpiece of Green Lantern not work on another movie for 6 years, you come back with The Foreigner.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you make your comeback in Hollywood. Make the Green Lantern, then make The Foreigner.
Oh my god. But like
so
it was really interesting what they did with Jackie Chan in the movie. You know, because like the thing is, he wasn't a main character at all. He was more of a supporting role. You know.
Yeah, I remember he was a dual antagonist at this point. Like,
Yeah,
well, not dual.
Due to antagonist.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call Pierce Brosnan's character a protagonist.
I mean, he's it was more centered on him than anything else, you know.
Yeah, like it was just centered about his eye. I was like, okay, yeah.
And so it was really interesting because like with the way they treated Jackie Chan, he almost felt like a ghost just appearing to just haunt, basically to haunt Pierce Brosnan.
Haunt everyone with he was basically just a Chinaman's ghost.
Yeah, but you know, that's how I felt that the movie was going to go, because like, also we should mention because like, when the SWAT invades the apartment, they basically learned that Quan was behind everything, and then after everything, like when they say no loose ends, like what about Quan? We just found out he's back. Right? It's like, nah, just leave him be. He kind of deserves.
The best part was when you literally had like this whole SWAT team invading the apartment where the terrorists were after Quan kills them. I was like, what the fuck happened here? I was like, did you see like the next shot as he goes into the elevator? As the elevator door closed, all the SWAT people just goes up the stairs.
I know.
It's funny. I was like, oh, well,
like, what
man,
convenient timing. But like, anyway, like from how I saw it, I literally thought like the way it was gonna go, it was good. They were gonna basically treat Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan's character, right?
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna basically treat it that for what you've done in the past, you can't escape it, and you will suffer the consequences. Because that's how I thought it would have gone. Because with the way Jackie Chan was basically haunting Pierce Brosnan about his actions to the IRA, right? And then afterwards, when Quan does the whole killing everyone in the apartment, and there was like going to be no loose ends, I figured that Jackie Chan, Quan was gonna, something was gonna happen with Quan. And if anything, I would have appreciated the movie a lot more if something happened with Jackie Chan's character. But they basically gave him a hard pass to have some kind of happy ending. So I was like, this movie doesn't need a happy ending. It kind of needs more like you suffer the consequences of your past, which is kind of like I felt like was a bit of the theme of the movie. But it was like they didn't do that. I'm like, all right, I guess we're gonna have. Well,
at least the world knows that Pierce Brosnan was sleeping with a terrorist. There you go.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know. That's
basically like only he suffers the consequences of his
because everyone else is dead. Yeah, because everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
literally, everyone else is literally dead at this point.
Like fuck you, man. But like I figured something would have happened with Jackie Chan's character, but I'm pretty sure it's basically just because of all the Chinese investment put into this movie.
Wait, Chinese. Wait, don't you mean the Chinaman's investment?
Yes, the Chinaman's investment.
The Chinaman's investment.
But like seriously though, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why this movie has a sort of quasi happy ending.
You have to appeal to the Chinese market now. That's how you make a film. That's how you make a film now. If you don't appeal to the Chinese market, your movie's not gonna be able to be shown in China. Because what is it like? What is it like? I think only like 15 U.S. movies a year gets shown in China, I believe. It's like a low. It's like 15 to 20 U.S. movies that are Hollywood movies that only get to be shown in China.
Right.
So that's why I gotta appeal to China now. So that's just right.
Yeah, but you know, it was really hard to find out who to root for at the end. You know, because like it's like you get like some people are assholes, but Pierce Brosnan's character, like Hennessy, like while he did kind of approve of the bombings, he never meant for anyone to get hurt. And so it was really weird because like he was genuinely working towards peace, but he never meant for these bombings to get out of hand as the way they did. And I'm pretty sure it feels like the only reason why he approved these bombings in the first place was because everyone else was had itchy trigger fingers. So he basically said, okay, do it, but no one gets hurt. And of course, we have the one asshole who does do it, who gets people hurt.
Well, maybe the real hero of this movie was Sean or Sheen, whatever the fuck his name is. Maybe that's the real hero of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if anyone's looking to like, and the ending was actually kind of abrupt. I felt like more was gonna happen too. You know.
I mean, it's,
you like,
yeah,
you like with the way the music was temping itself. You're like, oh, the movie's gonna end here, really? But it feels like there's gonna be a bit more that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I felt pretty satisfied by the end.
For what the movie was, for a political action thriller, it was actually pretty fucking good, and everyone's acting was actually rather stellar. It's just that at some points you're like, like with the way the story is, you're kind of left like wanting a bit more and feeling that this should have happened instead of that. But yeah, if you're going in expecting like a whole actiony Jackie Chan movie, you're not really gonna get it. You're just gonna get more political Pierce Brosnan. But that's fine.
It's pretty much political Pierce Brosnan with spices of Jackie Chan.
Yeah, with sprinklings of Jackie Chan to spice up the flavor of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah.
It was a solid movie. Solid movie though.
William, so I have to ask you. So old Jackie Chan versus young Jackie Chan. What is worse at this point to face, right? At this point, what is worse to face? After I saw that movie, I thought to myself, boy, who would I rather face? Would I rather face young, energetic Jackie Chan, or would I face old, death-killing Jackie Chan?
I think I'll face young Jackie Chan any day of the week.
The problem with fighting young Jackie is that he will grab any random object and throw it at you.
Hey man,
that's the problem.
At least I'll live, okay?
You're right. You won't at least with young Jackie Chan you won't get eaten by leaves.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, did that guy die, by the way? The guy that got eaten by leaves. He pretty much died at that point, right?
I mean, they're all look. Remember, everyone died.
Everyone died.
All right, so I guess that's it for this then, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty good spoiler cast if I have to say so myself.
Well,
no one's
asking you, so let's just end it here.
Okay. All right. So let's say our signature catchphrase. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Every fucking time.
Okay, I am now recording. Yep. Okay, we're both recording. Okay, so now let's audio sync so that way when you or a boss edits this, he knows where to cut and start.
Well, let's just make a boss edit this.
God, a boss. This is William's idea. Let it be on record as you're listening to this that this was originally my original idea was to make William edit this, but he decided to be a fuckboy.
I don't have the software for it.
William, Windows Movie Maker.
I don't have it. I looked.
A boss right now is probably killing himself listening to this audio, trying to figure out where to cut.
It's okay. He'll meet us down in hell. We'll have already died by the end of this recording.
Do you want to say anything to a boss before we start?
I'll save you a seat. Like maybe a martini or something. I don't know. A hellish martini. Okay. Extra hellish.
I fucking hate you so much. A boss is probably wants to kill himself. I wonder what a boss is gonna do with this audio portion of this. If he's gonna put it at the end of the video, or is he just gonna leave this?
It'd be fine if you put it at the end. Besides, they make some good martinis down in hell.
Okay, so let's start for real now. So we're starting. Ready to audio sync?
Like a god of Necromonicon and just summon like.
Okay, shut the fuck up. We're audio syncing. We're audio syncing. God damn. So audio sync in 3, 2,
1. I don't know. We don't have to, like drag out the number.